What's shaking BookTube? My name's Cam. Welcome back to another video. In the past, I've done a lot of trash talking about the bizarro erotic genre. Bizarro erotic fiction genre. I've done it admittedly with a subtle respect, but I have made a lot of videos about, authors like Chuck Tingle and Christy Sims, books like Mating with the Raptor and The Haunted Vagina. Most recently I did the video I read these terrible books or something like that. But basically I've made a lot of videos about bizarro fiction. And during those videos I maintained that you could sit down in a day and write those. There was no real effort behind them. They were just something that were thrown online for some money, and that's something I regarded as being genius, especially on Chuck Tingle's part, because that guy is like pumping them out every week or so, and people are buying them. I considered it pretty clever, especially if there's an audience of people who are interested in buying them. But I don't know what kind of brought this idea up in my mind, but I decided maybe I should put my money where my mouth is and see if it's really that easy to write a book, even a bizarro erotic book, in one day. I will be writing my own bizarro erotic story and publishing it in 24 hours. And the clock starts now. So I knew the best way to approach this was to have a list of steps that I need to take to get this done efficiently and quickly. Normally when writing a story I would start with an outline. I wanted to skip that in this case. I just wanted to get straight into writing it because it's not going to be a micro story, but it will be very short. It'll be between 3,000 to 6,000 words, which is normally the length of like one chapter of a normal book of mine. And with something as ridiculous as bizarro fiction, I don't think I need an outline. Now don't get me wrong, the whole point of me doing this is that I want to prove I can make a good bizarro fiction story in a day. So I'm not just going to write garbage. It's going to be ridiculous, but I'm hoping it's going to be good ridiculous. So there's not going to be an outline. The first step is to write the story. I have a general idea of what I want it to be, but my approach to this, I was hoping would be that I could do everything in a day, including the idea and all that, but I had an idea that came to me and it's just too good not to use. But I have a very general idea and that's it. I didn't think on it anymore because, like I said, I just want to do this in a day. Step 1 is write the story. Step 2 is revision and formatting, because this is only going to be on Kindle. I'm not going to do a paperback, that would be just stupid. But it is going to be on Kindle, which means I need to make sure it's properly formatted. And obviously I want to read back through it and get as much of the grammar as I can on my own. I'm not going to be paying a professional editor to look through this. I'm just not going to do that. Once it's been revised and formatted, then I need to come up with a pen name and I need to come up with the title of the book. And once all that's done, once it's finally finished, once the book is finished as a whole, then I just need to upload it. Normally I publish my books through CreateSpace, but because I'm only doing a Kindle version this time, I'm just going to do it immediately through the Kindle Direct program. I've never used it before, but I have looked at it and it looks extremely easy, so I don't imagine that step's going to take very long. So that's what I need to do, and I've got 24 hours to do it, so let's get started. Okay, so I finished the story, if you can put it that way. That is one of the fucking weirdest things I've ever written in my life. I kind of went crazy there. Almost any idea that popped to my mind, no matter how ridiculous it was, I just thought, fuck it. This was weird. But I think it's pretty good. I think it's actually pretty good. I'm going to give you a general synopsis of what this story is, just to intrigue you. So basically it's a parody of The Bachelor, and it's The Bachelor who is obviously your ridiculously, inhumanly handsome guy, and then you have the last 3 contestants. The 3 contestants in question are a raptor, a normal busty woman, and Bigfoot's daughter. I think it goes without saying that if you're looking for a very respectful read, You're not going to find it in this one. It's down to the last 3 contestants, and the Bachelor is reflecting on the last 3 dates he had, or the last date with each of these women that he had, while he's making the decision of who is going to get the final rose. And you're reading about the memories of those 3 dates. So the 3 characters are very different in personalities, very different in terms of love interests as well. So I wanted to create a bit of a feeling of the reader choosing their favorite and rooting for that person, or raptor. And then at the end, the Bachelor chooses the one. It's insane. It's ridiculous. It is. So now I've finished that, I just need to go back, look through it, try to get as much of the grammar and spelling as I can, just make it as tight as possible, which I hate doing on my own. I usually get a professional to do this, but I'm not going to pay anyone to work on this story. So I'm going to do that myself, and then I need to format it for Kindle.
Moments later.
So there we have it, the story is officially finished. It's been revised, it's been formatted, it is Kindle ready. You know, it might be one of the most insane things I've ever written, but I'm kind of proud of it in a weird way. What's left is basically coming up with a title for the book, coming up with a pen name, because I sure as hell I'm not putting this up next to my other books, and then I need to make the cover, and then obviously I need to put it up. So I already know what the pen name's going to be, and I've been giving the title some thought. In terms of the pen name, I just wanted something equally ridiculous, and I came up with Wolfe, accent on the E, Wolfe Stiffly. I thought it sounds like a really exotic name, like, my name is Wolfe Stiffly. As for the title of the story, I wanted it to sound like one of those old, really trashy, small paperback romance novels from like the 70s, and I think I have it. I knew that it needed to sound like the title of an episode of Days of Our Lives, and I came up with Love Comes in 3. Perfection. So I have the pen name, I have the title, now I need to make the cover. This is one of the parts I was most looking forward to. I don't know if you've seen the videos where I make kind of book cover things, like the one where I got people on Twitter to give me ridiculous made up book titles, and I made a book cover for that. I'll leave a card. But I love making kind of comical book covers on Photoshop. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Lordy. The book is finished, the cover is finished, and dare I say, it looks fucking fantastic. I'm really proud of what I've done here today, and it hasn't even been close to like half a day, so I think I might have proved that this is even easier than I thought originally. The book is ready to go, I just need to put it up on Amazon now, so I want to make it free, if possible. If not, I'll just make it as cheap as Amazon will allow, but I'm really hoping I can just put it up for free. I've never put something up directly through KDP before, so I'm gonna screen share it so you can watch me do it, just in case you're thinking of putting an ebook out in the future. Keep in mind this isn't for a paper copy, although I think there is an option for that. If you're wanting to do a paper copy though, I would recommend doing it through CreateSpace. It seems to be a lot more intuitive. But if it's just for an ebook, then KDP is the way to go. So there we have it. All done. I am Wolffair Stiffly, and you have been watching Wolfshot Publishing. Be sure to read my new book, Love Comes in 3. Much erotic, yes? Writing sex scenes of this nature was so bizarre and so weird. The whole thing's just been an experience, but something that's been really fun for me. Anyway, thanks for watching. I do write normal books as well, so please don't just read this and assume that this is me, because it's not. Wolffair Stiffly and Camsey Wolf are two very different authors, I assure you that. As always, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Catcha.